Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. Oh boy, what a weekend and what a game last night for our Ottawa Senators. Our Daytime Ottawa Sens insider Lee Versage joining us again on the show. Welcome back. Great to have you here.
Well,
where did you tell me you brought the shirt?
Well, I told you last time that I was going to wear my best Taylor Swift shirt.
I did.
Am I wearing my best Taylor Swift shirt? Yes, I am.
I admit I didn't necessarily believe you, and now
well, I know you did, and that's why, Derek.
I know.
Like, I am the guy that I'm telling you, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I might get in trouble for it.
You're not going to get in trouble
Not for this.
Well,
but
no, about something else down the line.
But I'm going to. But I mean, if you're not a Swiftie right now, and it's very involved in the sports world, Taylor Swift.
That is true.
Days,
the
right?
Travis Kelce relationship. I'm not even sure it's a serious relationship. I think they're just both enjoying the attention it's bringing to the two of them.
Well, I think Travis and Jason Kelce, his brother, and the whole NFL are enjoying the Taylor Swift coverage more than Taylor's.
Agreed.
With the Travis Kelce stuff.
Before we get to the Sens, because I want to make sure we don't run out of time, you and I were just talking about what a huge wrestling fan you are.
I am.
You've got a regular podcast called This Is Wrestling, and you're starting a new one called, what, Tall Can...
Audio. It's not a new podcast. Tall Can Audio has been done by a guy named Matt Robinson. It's been done for a number of years now, and I'm just going to join it once a week and kind of be able to give, so people need to hear my thoughts sometimes, Derek. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, that's why I invited you here. Well, I wanted to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, so Matt's allowed me to be able to do that. So you can find it, Tall Can Audio. We talk a lot of hockey and a lot of Sens and different things, but some craft beer and some different.
Oh, nice.
You never know where we're going to go, and that's the beautiful thing. Yeah. We talk some music and some wrestling, but you're right. This is wrestling. You can find it, at TIW_audio. I've been doing it with Zach McGibbon for over 4 years now. I'm a wrestling geek. Like when people say they grew out of wrestling when they turned 12, I guess I haven't turned 12 yet. So, but it's amazing how many people will tell you that, oh, I don't watch this, and then they'll ask you about what happened last week.
Yeah.
Because, a
lot of closet wrestling
Well, it was
fans.
on in the background, and I happened to see it, and then they want to know about it.
Right.
And it's like, the ratings on wherever wrestling's on, like on TV, it's on some different channels. It's incredible the amount of people. Those shows are on weekly. They're the most watched sports weekly shows across this country. Period. End of discussion.
It's crazy.
And so when people tell you that they don't watch, I can tell you there's a lot of people watching.
Agreed. Let's talk some Sens.
Yeah.
Josh Norris last night. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'll get your opinion. I felt he had a great game, but I felt when it came to body contact, he shied a little bit away for good reason.
It's like you being timid when I'm around.
Yes,
right?
exactly. Look at me. I'm like cowering in my chair right now.
But you can understand. We talked about this the last time. The mental aspect of, when you had shoulder surgery and then you came back from it, you rehabbed and everything, you took a face off and your whole shoulder exploded again. How would you feel the third time, right? And the mental aspect of it, I don't know anybody why people would criticize somebody for being a little timid mentally to be able to come back from it. It's really hard to replicate getting on the ice, getting hit, taking face-offs in real-time action, and knowing that you're going to be okay.
What a start, though.
But no, he scored a couple goals, as you said. Nice goals. One was not great. He scored, but it wasn't the greatest goal. But the fact that he got out there, he got a goal so early, his teammates were looking for him. He scored on the power play. That's his thing.
Yeah.
It's that confidence alone will then it'll replicate down the line for him a lot, and that's so important. That is everything that he and the team needed to take the next steps. I don't think he's there yet, but he doesn't have to be there yet.
Yeah, I agree.
He just needs mentally to understand that he can go out there and be a part of it, and he's not going to fall apart. And I'm telling you, there's so much money, people are so young. We talk about these people like they're 30 and 40 years old. They're very young people, and he hasn't played a lot of hockey. You saw the graphics that came up last night. The guy's played like 75 games in 2.5 years.
No, it's a great point.
Right? So,
for sure.
And he's a young man. So getting that confidence last night, he's a really hard worker. He's a great player. And what a boost to him and the team if he can stay healthy.
Speaking of a player that hasn't played a lot of games, I think he's played maybe 81 games now as of last night. Jake Sanderson. I mean, this guy, he's a superstar.
And for anybody ever to come up to you and say, do you think they should have signed Jake Sanderson? Like 8 years, they really. I'm like, I'm telling you, he's going to be worth $12 million like next year.
Yeah.
So this is one of the best contracts. I'm not necessarily a fan of everything that Pierre Dorion has done as the general manager. I think he's got a lot of rope for a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 6 years, and he's still the general manager of the team. But I will go and look at some of the things that I think are positive, and the Josh Norris contract, the Tim Stützle contract, but the Jake Sanderson contract might be the best thing he'll have ever done for the team. I think that highly of it.
Do you think he may even be the best player on this team? I mean, and that's taking into consideration, I think Tim Stützle is a superstar too.
Tim Stützle is the most offensively gifted player on the team.
Yeah.
But I think we saw even in the Carolina game, they're down 3-1. Tim Stützle gets on, he comes, he scores, everything's great, he gives away the puck, they're down 4-3.
Right.
That is Tim Stützle.
Well, and again, a young guy, right?
And
who's still growing.
And he'll learn. Is Jake Sanderson the best player on the team? Not yet. I think Brady Tkachuk is the best player on the team.
Fair enough.
Because of everything that he provides, not just as a forward on the ice during that, but everything he provides for the team and what he does in big moments. But Jake Sanderson will be the best player on the Ottawa Senators, and it's coming very soon.
This is the start they needed, right?
Well, had to have.
Had to happen.
Were you worried when Korpisalo tried to go across his body and reach it, and Carolina went up 4-3 in the first game? I'm like, oh, goaltending. But they've outscored, right? They've set a record here for the most goals in the first four games.
That's right.
And they're outscoring their problems. And I think that right now does a lot. And I don't care how you get it done. There's people that are talking about the Leafs and, they've been really bad except for Matthews and Nylander. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares how you win?
Who like the other guys will come along and they're good.
Yeah.
You can't shoot yourself in the foot and lose early. You can't.
Yeah.
The Sens have proved it, right?
Agreed, 100%.
So
Lee,
they're not doing that.
Always a pleasure, pal. Thank you so much. That's it.
But I'll be back in a couple weeks.
He'll be back in 2
Probably
weeks.
in my best wrestling shirt. How about that?
I like it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm taking. Okay. We'll be back with more right after this. Don't go anywhere.